Okay, cool. It's gonna take me to get set up here, but set up I will. I'm gonna hit this button here, because I got a pack with 2 of them. I got this purely because it is a visual novel that is steampunky, and that seems like my shit. So I'm going to go ahead and press this. I don't know if it takes us to the menu of that game or what have you, but we're gonna press it. Oh shit, that's adorable. Let me go look. Okay, good. Here's this. On a train with an unknown destination. Okay. Oh shit. Girl travels not knowing where her path will lead. I'm gonna like this. One lone woman seeking love. A poisonous girl, Cardia. Oh no. Abraham Van Helsing. Oh no. Tell me his name's Eric. Yep. Okay. Aw, shoot. Victor Frankenstein? This is my thing. Can I go anyway? Oh no. Oh shoot. Even if this body were to rot away, I will never let go of his hand. Yes, please. Again with this options button. Nonsense instead of the X button, but alright. I will allow it. Memory chunk, path of Genesis. What is this? Settings, sound settings. Let's turn this down a wee bit. Wait, SC I need about like that. I need, this can be a bit louder. This needs to be quite not as loud. There we go. Maybe we can live like this. Let's see. Can I get into my broadcast? I'm trying to get into my broadcast stuff right now on my computer and it's not going well. Did it save? It did. Good. Voice settings. Sure. Buttons. Touchpad button. This is a lot of weird buttons for these things that I'm not used to, but okay. Game settings. Okay. Aha! Here we go. Now I'm sitting in the right spot. This is happening. This other thing is happening. Excellent. Most excellent. Most excellent. How do I... Okay, cool. Excellent. 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 We are now prepared to start this new journey together. Ah, yes. We can't have this. I'm gonna go for Bunny. I feel like Bunny is more of an Oz Mafia playthrough type thing. I won't go for Holly either, but and I don't like Pirate for this one. Maybe Something fitting, but not too fitting. You're gonna spend forever in the name zone. Let's go with we could still go with Cardi. But I am not that type of person. Let's name her. We have to stick with this name for a long while. I really shouldn't be stalling here. I mean, the cop-out, of course, is just to name her Bunny. Or Holly. I don't want to do that, though. Let's name her Gabby. Wait, I have a better idea. Gabby with 2 eyes. No, that's not it. Maybe just 1 eye. Or 1B, Gabby. No. Let's name her Bo. Bo is good. Pretty sure it means beautiful in Chinese. I like that. Bo's good. We're gonna name her Bo. Who am I? Oh, what am I? Where did I come from? Where am I going? Loved by no one? Needed by no one? Pardon me. If my existence holds no meaning, then why am I here? Bo, my beloved daughter. I can hear my father's voice. History has already started to shift. He has a gentle, peaceful voice. When you awaken, humanity will have to take its first steps down a blessed path that ultimately leads to the truth. You will lead the people from God's cradle to the expansive world of knowledge. Bo, it all begins with you. I love you so much, my dear daughter. I am trying to get the video back on live. Hold up. No, not this button. No, bitte nein. 1 second. His hand touches my hair. His hands. Big, strong hands. His touch is so comforting. But because I love you, I must keep love from you. You will be alone forever. You must never know love. You must live in isolation. The more you learn of love, the more you will be made to suffer. Because you are a monster. Six years later, 1853. Hell yes. Everything is normal. So annoyingly normal. There's no sign that anyone will appear. They're really making me wait. At this rate. Would you kindly shut up? The man takes the binoculars from his eye. What? Hold up. What is this glossary about? Binoculars, a pair of telescopic tubes placed in parallel for seeing faraway things with both eyes. Lupin's favorite pair was handmade by Impy. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, come on, I'm just trying to pass the time. Can a man even hum to himself in this wood? In these woods here? Listen, we need to stay on our toes. We're about to pull off the heist of the century. You can't expect me to stay on my toes for 5 days straight. These men had been lying here in hiding on this bare plain for 5 days already. Of course. I miss London. The food, the drinks, the women. These people sound nothing like... I'm not voicing them like British people at all. But, I mean, that's okay. Stop complaining. I don't think we'd be waiting here for so long either. Don't you think it would be faster if we went out and stole it ourselves instead of trying to snatch it during transport? There we go. Is text speed a thing I can change? I'm scared to hit any buttons. If that was possible, we'd have done that already. All we know is that it's in this area, so all we can do is go after them. And they're sure taking their sweet time, that's all I'm saying. They'll come around eventually. Listen, a thief has to have... Yeah, plan and the patience to pull it off. You've been saying that over and over for the past 5 days. While sitting, he takes a small device from his pocket and holds it up. This text speed is killing me. Okay. He looks at it doubtfully. I can't remember which one was A and which one was B. This isn't going to blow up like last time, is it? What? No way. I'm the world's greatest engineer. It's going to work fine. I guarantee it. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, well, your guarantee isn't worth... Hang on. A group of soldiers appears in the binoculars view. They're here. Seriously? Oh, mercy. They have, like, hive colors. What is this about? Is it a hive mind? I hope it's a hive mind. I love me a hive mind. The first man nods and continues to study the situation. 4 military automobiles, 1 escort transport, about 20 soldiers in total. A term of French origin for self-powered vehicles. The earliest models were steam-powered, and automobiles in this game are largely run on steam as well. And just their luck, one of the vehicles is carrying hunting dogs. Oh my lordy, that man looks dapper. Damn. A man who appears to be the commander is in the lead automobile, and from the way he looks around, he won't be an easy target. Too dapper. It's weaponized dapper, I'm telling you. It's a huge unit. It could be trouble. But... okay, now I need a glossary explanation for this. The report was wrong. They aren't Twilight. From their uniforms, royal family guards? What are they doing here? So they go to the Queen Bee. Twilight, a special task force within the British government. Its main goal is to gather information. Although it has many agents working for it, its existence is kept a secret to the general public, much like MI6. But, you know, not secret, because that's probably a fantasy. Okay, royal family, a lineage of the British imperial family with a long history. The present Queen Victoria is a descendant of the Hanoverian dynasty. What's this? They're not what you were expecting? Maybe we should change the plan. No, this actually works out better for us. Stick with the plan. Meet me at the rendezvous point. Are you serious? What happened to the plan and the patience to pull it off and all that stuff? That's not the full saying. And when those don't work, a thief has to be daring. He tosses the binoculars aside and prepares to leave. Ugh, well, alright. Don't you go dying on me. I still need your help with a number of things. Who do you think you're talking to? It'll take more than this to kill me. With that, the man runs out into the darkness. It has taken forever to piece together the clues leading to this moment. He will reach his target. The moon is hidden behind some clouds. That's not good. The darkness makes it easy to run, but hard to track. Captain Leonhardt, we have surrounded the mansion. Excellent work. Avoid everyone. I don't have an accent for this. I'm gonna need a second. Okay, he's very close to the Queen. Obviously, I must do my British voice. However, my British voice has been out of commission for several days. Days. I mean years. Excellent work. Anyone attempt? That's Slavic. That's my Academia voice. I can't use that. C'est bon, c'est bon. Excellent work. Anyone attempting to leave the building is to be captured. That's still Slavic. I have two voices. We're gonna fucking roll with it. Yes, sir. The captain returns the soldier's parting salute, then turns to the abandoned-looking building that stands before him. Through a meticulous search, he finally located this mansion hidden in the forest. The initial reports have so far been correct. So this is where the monster has made its den. Put my fucking coke back, bitch! Motherfucker has the gall to walk up in here, pick it up, be like, say something. You won't. I will. And I did.
I am very happy that you have the balls.
Oh.
You have the balls and the balls.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a nice night. You're a wonderful human being. You have a blessed evening. Okay. He's not eager to complete this mission. A search and capture operation. A search and capture operation. Oh no. A search and capture operation such as this does not normally fall under his purview. Rempart Leonhardt, Knight and Captain of the Royal Guard, furrows his brow quite intensely. Knight, a title granted to one who has performed a great accomplishment for this nation. This gives one bragging rights over one's neighbors, unless, of course, they are also knights. Captain of the Guard, the position responsible for managing the Royal Guard. This post is currently held by Rempart Leonhardt, as previously stated. Rempart Leonhardt, patriotic British officer and captain of the Imperial Guard, if y'all did not know. He's a devoted agent of the Queen who acts without restraint. The men under his command are the Royal Guard, protectors of Queen Alexandria Victoria, supreme ruler of Britannia. Okay. Oh, shoot. Wales. The region where the main character was born, located in the southwestern area of the UK, said to have supported the Industrial Revolution with its abundant natural resources. It has a rich natural environment, and 20% of its land is designated as natural parks today. Wait, what about... No. That's, shit. How do... Is it this button? It is not that button. Can confirm it is not that button. I don't know what that said, but I'm very sorry. However, he received a message through his Aether communication device, which I need an explanation for. Aether and the transmitter Aether. And the... Okay. Aether and the transmitter. Aether is a medium necessary for the transmission of light and heat through air. The transmitter is a device that causes vibrations in the aether to transmit information, though the theory has since been disproven. For the purposes of this game, aether exists. However, he received a message through his aether communication device. The communique came from Finney, the British military's technical advisor, who holds authority in governmental research projects. A mysterious figure acting as the British military's technological, he's also the leader of Twilight. Oh, okay, I got that. Capture the monster that hides within a mansion in Wales. It may already be dead. If so, quickly dispose of the body. However, if there is a chance that it still lives, it must be captured at all costs. Shortly after this message was sent, a device was delivered that could supposedly detect the monster along with instructions. This mission is probably of little importance to Finney. If it had been, Finney would have sent one of his pawns from his special task force, Twilight, to carry it out instead. There is just so little information. Pardon me. What is this monster? The creature's touch causes flesh to melt and fall away. Is this meant to be taken literally? Perhaps it is some figure of speech. Leonhard asks for clarification multiple times, but Finney never responded. There's no use brooding over it. There's no use brooding over it. Captain, we are prepared to enter. Leonhard brings his thoughts back to the present and focuses on the task at hand. But Captain, we're only going to be facing a single target, aren't we? Do we really need all this security? Idiot. We have no idea what we are facing, only that it is a monster. As the swords of Her Majesty, we cannot risk failure. I like that. I like that voice. We're going with that. We will take any and all necessary precautions and avoid any possible missteps. That is how a knight prepares for battle. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. When he sees that his troops are prepared, Leonhard gives a single nod. All men remain at full alertness. Squad 1 leads the way inside, followed by Squads 2 and 3. That's my phone. The doors are quickly kicked down, and soldiers and dogs rush into the dimly lit interior of the mansion. All clear over here. This room is clear too. One second. Mute this. Lionheart follows his men inside. The soldiers quickly spread out, and soon they have taken over the mansion. So far, no monster has been found. How long has this building stood empty? The walls are rotting in the humidity, and shafts of moonlight are filled with dust. The dogs, as if sensing an unseen danger, have not stopped growling the entire time. As Lionheart steps forward, the small device meant to detect the target emits a sharp sound. The captain gathers a few of his soldiers and follows the device, which squeaks as he stands in front of a particular door. It's in here. He switches the device off and slips it into his pocket, then motions to the gun-wielding troops, who take positions nearby. He prepares himself to face the monster that awaits them on the other side, then gives the signal to break down the door. The soldiers smash through and rush inside. A skylight lets some light in, but the moon has ducked behind another cloud. However, he can sense tension in the room. A strange atmosphere fills the air. The room is packed with dolls. In this dim light, the sheer number of them is unsettling rather than cute. The shadow of a person can be seen sitting in a chair in the center of the room. The shadow doesn't move, even when the soldiers surround it, guns drawn. Either this person is very brave, or, as the message suggested, is it dead? One of the soldiers approaches the chair. The shadow slowly raises its head. At that moment, the clouds part, letting light into the room. Long, glossy hair. Melancholy eyes, slowly opening. Her flawless skin and symmetrical face more than resemble a doll's. Her clothing is strange, seeming more like decoration than fashion. Everything about her seems oddly mystical. The girl blinks once, slowly. Her blank eyes take in her surroundings. At this simple action, Lionheart hears himself and the others gasp involuntarily. This beautiful girl, lit from above by the soft moonlight, like an ethereal creature. She must be a monster. I hear voices. the voices of many people. None of them are my father. Why do they wake me? I wanted to stay in my slumber forever. I wanted to stay with my dreams forever. This is the monster? Monster. Yes, I am a monster. Captain, is this girl what we were sent here to capture? Yes, it's hard to believe, but this seems to be the case. I was expecting something more monstrous, but she's just a girl. Idiot! Don't let your guard down. Hey, what are you doing? Calm down, calm down. I know that sound. A dog's growl. I've heard it before. Dogs were chasing me. They were growling and barking, trying to bite me, trying to eat me, to kill me. They were so much faster than me. The dogs. A large dog barks loudly. Wait. A large dog barks loudly and leaps on me. Stop. I protest weakly in a scratchy voice, but the dog has me pinned in my chair. Its teeth tear through my clothing and pierce the skin of my shoulder. I can feel my blood flow from the wound. In the next moment, the dog yelps and jumps back. Hey, what's wrong? As he speaks, something happens. The dog's mouth begins to melt. Like mud, it begins to drip and fall away. The dog's head and neck begin to crumble, and the oozing mass of flesh fizzles. The dog drops to the ground. It writhes in agony for a short time, then stops moving. What in God's name? Why? Because it touched my skin. Because of a tiny drop of my blood. Just looking at the misshapen corpse makes me feel awful. It died because of me. The men around me tear their gaze free from the mess and back away, still surrounding me. Watch out, it really is a monster. Don't move. Move and I'll shoot. Fear and confusion, doubt and anxiety. It's just as before. It's very scary, but somewhat familiar. Surround her, but keep your distance. She can kill you with a touch. Compose yourselves, men. Never point your weapon at a lady. One of the soldiers cries out. But Captain, we have to do something to protect ourselves. You have to realize that. Of course I understand. I saw what happened here with my own eyes. I doubt I'll forget it any time soon. But calm down, look. She doesn't look like she'll try to resist.
I remain seated in my chair, but I look up to meet the speaker's eyes.
Even with this incident with the hound, she tried to stop it, but it was over too quickly. She didn't intend for it to happen.
Yes, but... The leader approaches me and gently kneels down, putting his face at my level.
Little Miss Monster, I would first like to apologize for the rudeness during our sudden visit. Would you please come with us?
Monster, a creature exhibiting powers beyond that of ordinary humans. In this game, the term is used against the protagonist, who has deadly poison coursing through her veins. Just BT dubs. His gentle but firm tone leaves me no room for argument. After a brief pause, I nod. I stand without another word and leave my room behind. I have no reason to resist. How many years have I been staying here? The people are so tense. I see fear in their eyes. They see me as something foreign. I wonder if these people will kill me. If that is why they have come here, so be it. I had reservations, but I'm not scared. That poor dog. It shouldn't have been that way. The dog should have killed me.
Burn me.
Horseless carriages cut their way through the quiet of the night to meet us. They tie my hands and lower me into one. I stare up through the window at the sky. I have no interest in where they are taking me, or what will happen to me there. If I'm going to be killed, I feel oddly relieved to think this. But I have only one regret. Just one. I wish that I had... It all happened so suddenly. A crash and flash cut through the night. The car ahead of us flips over and rolls over on the road. The carriage we are in screeches to a halt before we hit the overturned car ahead. The car behind us tries to swerve, but tips over, crashing into us from behind. The stricken vehicles block us in. What is it? Are we under attack? The road exploded. I can't see anyone outside. Everyone riding with us draws their guns and exits the car.
Whoever you are, know that you have just attacked the finest soldiers in Britain.
I know exactly who you are. A voice rings out in the night.
Where is he? Where's that voice coming from?
Over there on top of the ruins. I turn to see where the soldier is pointing. There is someone standing there. I see a figure silhouetted by the moon. A thin body wrapped in formal attire, with a top hat perched on his head. A walking stick is in his hand. He looks as if he is about to attend a masquerade ball. But why? Strangely, nothing about the scene strikes me as out of place. Fantastic work, gentlemen. His cloak flutters in the wind as he stares down at us. Her Majesty must be proud that her honorable royal guard have come all this way to carry out a kidnapping. How dare you impugn our name? Who are you? That music got me. The name is Arsène Lupin. No need to be shocked, sirs. I am merely your average dashing gentleman thief. Arsène Lupin. Known as the dashing gentleman thief, Lupin is a master burglar famed throughout Paris for his brilliant artistic crimes and his non-violent methods. Lupin. As the man standing above us shouts his name, I feel it carving into my heart, which seems intense, but okay. The music really sells it. A thief, you low-life scum. What do you want from us? Wait, Tick, I've heard of this man. Some sort of burglar who works in Paris. I'm impressed. You're quite right. My presence here is quite an honor. You lucky gentlemen witnessed my handiwork with your own eyes. What's more, the man calling himself Lupin looks at me. I feel his piercing gaze through his mask. Mademoiselle, can you hear me? I stare up at him silently. Yike. I do have a confession to make. My purpose for being out there on this night is to, dear lady, I have come to take you away. Take me away? No, don't you fret, mademoiselle. I am here to rescue you from the hands of these dogs, and with great style. Watch. You impudent cur! For a lowly robber to stand before the prestigious British Royal Guard is inexcusable. All of you, capture this man. Yes, sir. Everyone, prepare to fire. Right. Take aim. Wait, no. Fire!
The shadow dances jerkily as the soldiers open fire. Many of them must have hit. The shadow collapses to the ground. I'm holding my breath. Idiot! I said to capture him! Why would you give the order to fire? If he is who he says he is, then the one and only Arsène Lupin can never be captured, not even by the entire Paris police force. He had to be brought down, and quickly, or else he would have stolen the monster. That man, Lupin, did he really die just now? You gods. Oh shoot. Oh no, my computer died. That's lovely. You gods. You've gone and done it. You've ended my brilliant life. Cut short. Too soon. Ah. Ha 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 ha. He sits up, howling with laughter. What? What is happening here? How is he even alive after being shot so many times? Captain, look out! Before the soldiers can say more, Lupin's body erupts into a bright light, blinding me with its glare. At the same time, a series of explosions rocks the ground. The carriages around us are in disarray. What's going on? What kind of trick is this? Another attack. He must have an accomplice hiding somewhere. Calm down. He likely planted these bombs before we got here. Don't allow him to fool you. The thief is acting alone. The captain's clear voice and reason have no effect on the men. The smoke from the explosions does not clear, but continues to thicken around us. Soon it is difficult to see. Where is he? Where did he go? The soldiers shout in confusion. Suddenly, a shadow appears before me. I almost cry out, but the man raises a finger to his lips. Did I startle you? My apologies. Fear not, I'm not a ghost. That was just a trick. He grins and holds out his hand. Take my hand, mademoiselle. Shall we make our great escape out into the night? No. Don't touch me, please. You'll die from the poison. Oui, I'm aware of it. But it only comes from skin contact, doesn't it? And your gloves block the poison, may we? Yes, but He suddenly pulls me by the arm. I will be alright. Trust me. He pulls me to him with a compelling strength that his slender frame belied. For a moment, I fear he will melt, and I stare at him in terror. But you see, I am unarmed. Yes.
He looks back at me with an excited smile, a smile that seems totally unfitting for the current situation. Relax, my lady. A beautiful face like yours is wasted, without a smile to go with it. Now leave this all to me. There's nothing to be afraid of. The great Arsène Lupin always gets what he wants, without fail. As he talks, he pulls me straight beside him and looks about us happily. Time for the final touch. The what? I have no idea what he's talking about. What are you doing? That scoundrel escaped to the south. All of you grab your guns and go after him. Move, move! See what I did there? Amazingly, Lupin's voice sounded almost exactly, kinda sorta, like a French version of that captain, Leonhardt. Or a Slavic version, I can't really... Yes, Captain, you heard him. Men, south, go, 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 go. You fools! That was a trick! Get back here! The real captain shouts out through the smoke. Liar! How dare you impersonate me? I'm the real Captain Men. Don't be fooled. That was Lupin talking just now. I'm hearing double. Two Captain Leonhardts. We can't tell who's who in the smoke. Everyone just surround the monster. By the time the soldiers begin to gather around us, Lupin had picked me up and ran out. I looked back at the smoke still rising behind us as we rushed through the moonlit grass. The only thing I feel now is Lupin's arms holding me through my clothing. I don't know how far we ran. Before I knew it, we were on a track in the forest. Alright, we should be safe now. Are you worried? Don't. I left some fake footprints behind. They're probably completely lost right now. Another caper completed. I truly am a genius. Lupin stretches and looks up at the night sky. I follow his gaze. How long has it been since I last stared at the stars? Not just through the window in my room, but in the fresh air. The wind brushes against my cheek. Even though I've seen this so many times to be bored with it, now it feels beautiful. Lupin appears to be shaking as he focuses on the sky. What's the matter? Lupin. Mon Dieu, did you see their faces? Royal Guard. Poof. They're nothing compared to me.
That captain was all, "You fools, he's tricking you! Ha 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 ha!" They were completely baffled, don't you? What's the matter? Are you hurt? No. Did something hit you as we were escaping? Where are you hurt? You don't have to hide it from me.
I shake my head. It's not pain. It's sadness. I was ready for death, but here I am. I can't touch anyone. I'm a monster who hurts anyone around me. My life serves no use to anyone.
Oh. Oh. So you're not hurt? Bien. Then, what is it? Tell me, what has you so despondent?
Who are you?
Eh? Oh, pardon moi. I do suppose I haven't formally introduced myself.
Lupin bows, as if on stage.
Allow me to present myself. Arsène Lupin. For reasons I cannot disclose, mademoiselle, I have come to steal your heart.
My heart?
Oui, literally. But I won't take it for free. It's not my style to leave a beautiful woman, a young woman disappointed. In exchange for your heart, I will grant you one wish.
A wish?
Indeed, mademoiselle. This humble thief... Indeed, mademoiselle, this humble thief... Heck, accents are hard. Promises you in all sincerity that he will grant you a single wish.
A wish? My heart responds to his words. I have realized what I most desire. A wish tucked deep within my heart that I forbade myself to ever think of. It bubbles up into my mind. I have never touched another person. Not once in my entire life. I resigned myself to a life like that and came to terms with it long ago. As my father said, I would be alone. Forever. But I want to touch you. I want to feel you, your warmth. The words tumble out before I can stop them. A touch. I see, so you... He stares at me, seemingly deep in thought. Is it impossible? No. Lupin smiles confidently. He kneels down, takes my hand, and smiles.
Pardon me.
Your wish is my command, mademoiselle. I, Arsène Lupin, do swear that I will grant you your desire. The moon shines brightly up above. Oh, how beautiful it is. How have I never seen it this way before? On a train with an unknown destination. Oh, shoot. A girl travels, not knowing where her path will take her. I'd skip this, but I don't want to. Ooh. Even if I body. So I'm here for it. Just saying. I'm here for it. Chapter 1. London Steam. I had a dream. Yes, a dream. A dream about long ago. Ooh, pardon me. When I awoke, Father was gone. 1 second, I have to go use the restroom. Restroom break, everyone. Restroom breaks, restroom break. Alright, restroom break time's over. I still have Father. I must wait for him. I have no other memories, and I don't even know who or what I am. But this doesn't sadden me. He had left a note for me at the mansion. It had a number of rules written on it. Never leave this mansion. I will come back for you. I promise. Lastly, it said this. You must never break these rules, no matter what. If you do, nothing but misfortune will come, because you are a monster. But I broke those rules. That's what caused this to happen. People chased me and called me a monster. I even brought misfortune down upon those who have accepted me and tried to love me. And since then I have kept myself shut in that room for a long, long time. Because I am a monster. Until the day I die, I must sit right there and wait for Father to return. That is what I believed. The sound of birds chirping slowly raises me from my dream into consciousness. I feel a gentle breeze blowing. I'm not in that room anymore, that comforting yet lonely cradle. It comes back to me. Lupin took me away. I open my eyes to see a field of grass, stretching as far as the eye can see. Huh? Oh, you're finally awake. Why do you look so stunned? I see. Is it because I'm too handsome to be believed? I get that a lot. Every time I look in the mirror, in fact. Oh my, who's that dashing young man? Sorry, I couldn't. Oh my, who's that dashing young man on the other side of the glass? All the time. It's not that. I suppose humor isn't your thing. Why do you look so surprised then? Don't tell me you forgot about yesterday. I woke up and you were right in my face. It was something of a shock. You were too close. You're dressed differently too. That was a little unexpected. You look like a different person. Great. I wanted you to be surprised. You did? Why? Isn't it obvious? I needed to see some expression on your face other than sad or blank. And why is that? We're going to be in each other's company for quite some time. It's important that we get to know one another better. I don't English. or accent, very good. What do you mean? Well, you're full of questions, aren't you? It's because, well, we don't... why don't we have something to eat first? Just a nibble. Lupin lays a cloth down over the grass and places a basket on it. This was meant to be last night's supper, but so it's cold now, but anything's good if you're hungry enough. May we? Lupin places a sunny-side-up egg on a piece of toast and hands it to me.
Well, what's wrong? Aren't you hungry?
I haven't shared a meal with another person in a while. This is also new.
Ah, I see. You've been living alone all this time. It's just an egg on toast, for heaven's sakes. There's no need for table manners, so heat up. Ah, it tastes great.
He takes a bite of his toast and looks over at me. He tilts his head, as if noticing something for the first time.
Oh, I never asked. Can you eat? After all, with the poison and everything.
Yes, I can eat. I bring the toast up to my mouth and take a bite. Chew, swallow.
That's good to know. Does it melt in your mouth?
I shrug. It starts to become mushy right away.
Mushy, eh?
But I can taste it, and it's very good. I feel the flavor spread through my mouth.
Well, that's good to hear. One of our group, Impy, very much into cooking. He makes his own bread from scratch. Supposedly he adds his own hidden flavors. Dropping a whole bunch of H's is very hard.
After one bite, I couldn't stop. I had forgotten what it was like to eat for so long, and delicious food has a way of bringing happiness.
I take it you like it, Bo? Don't talk with your mouth full.
I swallow my current mouthful and ask again. How do you know my name?
You were my mission. I make sure to study up on all the targets of my eyes.
Study up? How did you find out about?
I happened to procure some confidential materials from the British government. The British government, an organization with legislative and administrative duties within the constitutional monarchy of the UK. It has little influence over the power of the monarch, Victoria.
Procure.
Well, steal, if you want to be more precise. There's nothing I can't steal. Money, jewels, or information.
Why did the government have information about me in secret files? This is just one of the many questions I have, but I need to know about this man. So, you're really a thief?
If you're really going to use that word, I must ask that you say amazing first.
An amazing thief.
This guy's such a smarmy. Exactly. Arsene Lupin, the master thief and robber supreme. I have plans for my name to go down in history. There's a lot of pain in dropping a bunch of H's.
I wonder what the difference is between a thief and a robber. Isn't stealing bad?
いやまあ基本的にはな。だが俺は正義の泥棒だから問題なしだ。
Well, in general, but I am a thief with the art of justice, so it's not a problem.
Thief and justice seem to be a bit of a contradiction.
魅力的な男ってのはいつだって矛盾を抱えて生きてるもんなんだぜ。
That our answer man is always riddled with some sort of contradiction.
His answer doesn't really make sense to me, but I nod and turn my attention back to my food. Sitting here in the warm sunlight, the meal becomes entrancing. The taste of the egg, with Lupin's cheery voice, is somehow very soothing. Once I collect my thoughts, I take a better look at Lupin as he eats his egg on toast. I have another question.
どうしてそんなにいい男なのかってその謎だけはこの俺にも解けねえな。
Oh, am I so handsome? That's a mystery that not even I can solve, unfortunately.
That's the second time we've had this conversation.
This man, it's amazing how much confidence / ego / narcissism he has.
That's not it. Those men, the ones from yesterday, where were they trying to take me?
One moment.
じゃまあ一度あんま話しても頭に入んねえだろうし簡単にな。
Alright, it's too much to take in all at once, so I'll try to keep it simple.
まずお前をさらおうとした連中の目的だが
First, those men were after the Oro Lagoon. I'm supposed to try out the H on this one. Help. Orologium. Horologium? You're supposed to steal a thing in Latin.
What? Lupin becomes very serious.
永久期間さ。永遠に楽スタート。永遠に膨大なエネルギーを作り出すことのできるという。それがホロロギウムだ。
It's a source of unlimited energy. A art that beats forever. That's what the Orologium is.
現在の科学では到底作り出すことのできないその宝石を一人の天才が作り出したと政府の機密書類にはそう書かれていた。
This gem is completely impossible to create using modern technology. But the secret files said that one man succeeded.
過程も理由もわからねえがその天才は自らの娘の体に宝石を埋め込んだ。
The process he used to do so is unknown, and the man buried the gem within the body of his own daughter.
His daughter. You mean...
お前のことさ。
That would be you, Bo.
I don't know anything about my father. Do you know him, Lupin?
I stare at him in surprise, and he looks back at me with some surprise as well.
そんなの当然じゃねえか。イギリスに住んでるやつなら、いや、世界中の人間が知ってるぜ。
Of course I do. Anyone who lives in Britain. No. Anyone in the civilized world knows about him.
むしろ、なんでお前が知らねえんだよ。実の父親だろ。
What's more interesting is why don't you know about him? He is your father.
I can only remember 2 years of my life.
2 years.
Yes. I woke up in that mansion 2 years ago. All I knew was that I had to wait there. That Father would come for me. And yet, I broke the rules that he laid down for me once in the past. I still regret it. Lupin looks at me questioningly, and I speak up again. Even though I don't remember much, I do know some things. I read the books that were in the mansion, but... I see. So you know nothing of the outside world. You have knowledge, but no life experience. I was waiting for Father all that time. He's the only thing I have. Please, Lupin. I want to know more about my father. He looks at me for a while, then nods. All right. I'll give you a brief overview. You'll need to know this to move forward anyway. First of all, your father is a scientist named Isaac Beckford. Does that name sound familiar? Isaac Beckford, the main character's father. Duh. And a scientific genius who is said to have changed the world. He suddenly disappeared one day. His current whereabouts are unknown. I shake my head. He is a scientist who has changed the course of history. He has been called the modern-day Prometheus. Prometheus? In Greek myth, Prometheus brought fire to humanity. Isaac has had that much of an impact on the revolution of modern society. Yeah, you can't just put in he and not, attribute it to something. Thank you. Revolution of society. I think I read about that in a book. Was it called the Neo-Steam Engine? Neo-Steam Engine, one of Isaac's inventions. This machine pulled the United Kingdom into an unparalleled era of technological progress and military expansion. Oh, so you know of it. That invention led to a massive expansion of Britain's industrial and military power. Isaac became Britain's military technology advisor and developed a number of powerful new weapons, as well as Steel London, Steel London, the capital city of England. The city was redesigned by the scientific genius Isaac into a massive metropolis. I can't read. It is the culmination of British military and industrial might and boasts the greatest defensive capabilities in the world. He never saw the completion of Steel London. He simply disappeared one day after appointing a successor to his position. This all seems like a story about a faraway land and doesn't sound real. That man is really my father. According to the information I was able to find, that is. Do you remember anything about him? I shake my head. Lupin seems a little disappointed, but sighs.
ホロロギウムを回収するためにお前の屋敷に来た。理由はまあろくなもんじゃねえようだがな。
Pardon me. I see. Anyway, those men from the British forces wanted to get their hands on your oro legume. Doubtlessly for bad reasons. What's behind all of this is Isaac's will. My father's will. That is when a certain dashing gentleman thief decided to snatch you away from the hands of your captors. All this information is flooding into my head, and I feel a little dizzy. I must look very serious because Lupin smiles as if to lighten the mood. I'm sure all this is hard to wrap your head around. I'll tell you whenever you want, so just take it in little by little. Okay, I'll do that. Now, it is my turn to ask the questions. I'll answer what I can. About the oro legume. Is it true? Do you really have it inside your body? Is it your art? I nod. It's true. There is a gem embedded into my body. I start to undo my clothing to show him. What are you doing? This is the oro legume, isn't it? He looks surprised for a moment, but Lupin's expression turns serious as he looks at my chest. A strange gem. It gleams on my chest like a beating heart. A glowing blue crest spreads across my chest, with the gem in the center. The oro legume is shaped like a flower. Oro legume, a beautiful blue gem embedded in the heroine's chest. Not even she knows why it is there. A large blue gem, shaped like a rose, spreads across my chest, piercing my skin in places. I have no idea what effect this stone has on my body. But I had to consider that the poison in my body has something to do with this gem. I don't know anything about this. Other people don't have it. Only me. What is it? I want to know too. Alright. I'll tell you everything I know. But before I do, I need you to do something for me. What's that? Please, put your clothes back on. Why? What? What? I mean, it's hardly ladylike etiquette. Lupin turns away. Etiquette? I've read about that in the Mansions books. Etiquette is of the utmost importance in how men and women interact. I see. So having my shirt off is improper. Okay. Put my clothing back on. It's better. Much thank you. You're lucky I'm a gentleman. If I wasn't, you don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Oh, no.
I'm not mad. Not having a memory is one thing, but having no common sense is quite another. Lupin inhales sharply, then turns to me with something of a puzzled expression. I've been wondering, this whole time, why you haven't asked me what's going to happen to you now.
Is that something I should ask you?
You don't have to, but I did capture you. Aren't people usually curious about what their captors plan to do with them?
I think for a moment. It really doesn't matter.
Doesn't it matter? Doesn't matter. You're not one, mademoiselle.
A thief with the heart of justice is somewhat odd, too.
That's true. Well, seeing as we are both oddities, we may get along pretty well. That makes things easier. My headquarters are in London. We'll be heading there soon. The two of us. Us two.
London.
Yes. Steel London.
You mentioned that before. What is Steel London?
You honestly don't know? You really are sheltered.
I told you, I never left the mansion.
Sorry. I wasn't making fun of you. London is a city of steam with something of an ill reputation.
A city of steam? I can't imagine such a thing.
Okay. That's alright. You'll know it when you see it. If you've never been there before, you're in for a surprise.
I have a question.
Certainly. Ask me anything. I'll answer whatever you want.
Why did you want to capture me? Are you after the horror legume too?
I thought you would be a clue to discovering Isaac's plan. It's this button. Hey, I found it. Okay, cool. I'm really searching for Isaac. He disappeared years ago, so most would assume that he's long dead. However, he's still working from the shadows and is up to no good. I have good reason to believe this. So my goals are to stop whatever plans he has set in motion. I thought that you, being his daughter, would have some more information for me. I suppose I was off the mark there.
My father's plans.
I have no doubt that you'll be important in reaching Isaac. I have a good sense for this sort of thing.
I know I ended up kidnapping you from the military, but could I have your cooperation in this matter? I'm sorry, I can't do that.
素直にうなずくとは思ってなかったけどよ。理由を聞いてもいいか？
Well, I didn't think it would be as easy as that. May I ask why you don't want to help me? What happens to me doesn't matter. But I don't want to let my father down by breaking the rules he set for me. Lupin looks at me questioningly. I was told to stay in that mansion and wait for father to return. I hurt people. That's why I need to be kept away from everyone. This poison, it hurts and kills anything it touches. That's why I must stay there. That is what my father said in his note.
ずっと孤独に生きろって？そんな親の言うことなんざ聞く必要はねえよ。
He commanded you to live your entire life alone. Ha! A man like that has no right to be a father. Don't you listen to him. But... Crazy eyebrow time. And another thing, Bo. Don't ever say you don't care what happens to you. No one's more important to you than yourself. If you want to find your father, you should go looking for him. How would I do that? London is a place of information. There's no better place to begin learning about someone than there. If you stay in that mansion, the military will just come for you again, and they won't be easily stopped next time. Those men, they feared me and called me a monster. Lupin is much better than those men. I haven't known him long, but I can tell. And London has tons of famous doctors who treat the rich. So maybe they can do something about that poison. I didn't expect to hear that. You think they can make it go away? I'll make sure it happens. I promised I'd make your dream come true, remember? But I'm gonna need your cooperation. You'll have to stay by my side for a while. That's the trade-off. Pardon me. Lupin extends his hand to me. I look down at my own hand, then up into Lupin's eyes. They glitter in the sunlight. Take his hand. I nod hesitantly and take his hand. Excellent. The deal is sealed. I feel a strong grip through my gloves. When I see his smiling face, I feel a warmth in my chest, like a wind blowing into my heart. Now that we're settled, we just need to wait for him. For who? You'd better watch out. He's got a weakness for cute girls like you. I'm cute? Lupin smirks and bows deeply. Of course, milady. Once we arrive in London, your beauty will draw the attention of many a man. You must beware of those sweet temptations, mademoiselle. Lupin's voice is both serious and formal, and I nod meekly in reply. I was joking, you're supposed to laugh. I hear the sound of machinery from afar. Maybe those soldiers from last night have found us after all. I stiffen up. Lupin pats me lightly on the shoulder. Don't worry, he's with my group. He's just about as annoying as the British soldiers, though. Grip? I wonder if whoever is approaching is the same person Lupin had mentioned before. I turn and see the machine draw closer, spewing black smoke and roaring. I remember it from last night. A metal box on wheels, a self-propelled machine. It was called an automobile. A horseless carriage is probably the most fitting description. It's so fast. It drives so fast. 30 miles an hour down the road in a 25 mile per hour zone. Gracious, Karen, slow down. Yeah. It screeches loudly and comes to a stop in front of me.
Hey, Lupin!
Lupin, hey! You're alive. A man covered in soot and wearing goggles sits in a seat atop the machine. Sorry I'm late. My beloved car wouldn't listen to me. Wait, who's the cutie? Aha! You decided against stealing the treasure and went to pick up girls last night. Introduce me, you bastard. Adults, the cutie is the treasure. Say what? The man gets up to leave his seat. Fire bursts out from the machine and a cloud of smoke surrounds us. Lupin quickly jumps in front of me to shield me with his body. When the blast subsides, I peek around Lupin to look at the newcomer. Ah. The engine's done it again. Wait, just 2 minutes, cutie. Your prince will be right there to enact our first romantic encounter. But we've already had a first encounter. I love you, the man shouts in response for some reason before diving underneath his vehicle. I knew this pipe was the problem. I want to get a new one, but money's so tight. Alright, good girl. Good. A short time later. Done. All better. The machine releases another huge puff of smoke as he taps it with his wrench. Sorry about that. She's an unruly one, but she's in tip-top shape once again. Impy, is this thing really going to get us to London? How rude. How rude. If this genius engineer says so, then it's got to be true. He stands in the smoke and looks at me. Aha! Nice to meet you, cutie. It is I, your very own prince astride a white horse. He raises his goggles and smiles at me with his soot-covered face. Don't mind him. He's not a bad guy, he's just a scatterbrained tinkerer.
Excuse me, that's distinguished engineer and great inventor and amazingly good-looking man who knows what's what. Thank you very much.
そしていつか月に降り立つ男インピー・バービケーン現在全力で彼女募集中よろしく
Most importantly, a man who will one day land on the moon. Impey Barbicane. Ready, willing, and available. Nice to meet you. The moon, Earth's only natural satellite and Impey's ultimate goal. It glows white, blue, and sometimes even red, and whiskey-colored. Impey Barbicane, a self-proclaimed genius engineer. He is actually gifted, but his actions make others think otherwise. He doesn't take things too seriously, and is a ladies' man. Who would have guessed?
I'm Bo. It's nice to meet you.
うわ何何よく見ると本当に可愛いじゃん俺ミロのヴィーナスが絵から出てきたのかと思ったよ
Whoa, now that I get a closer look at you, you are ridiculously cute. I would swear Venus de Milo escaped from a painting.
ミロのヴィーナスは彫像だろうが相変わらずいい加減なやつだな
Venus de Milo is a sculpture. You can't even engineer a proper pickup line.
あ俺のことはインピーって呼んだよね
Oh, just call me Impy, Miss Bo.
As he's saying this, he gives me a good long stare. A good long, very creepy stare.
よーし君は特別だご依頼があれば愛のメンテナンスを大サービスしちゃうぜ
What? Well, you are a special one. If you desire full service love maintenance, I can provide it.
今夜君チューンナップ
Let me give you the tune-up of a lifetime. What the fuck? What kind of anything is that? I'm not sure how to deal with him. As Impy wipes his grimy face with a rag, Lupin hits him in the face with a punch.
何すんだよ
Ow! What was that for, Lupin?
ヨタ話はここまでだそろそろ行くぞ軍の連中もバカじゃねえんだ長いは無用だ
Enough chit-chat, let's get going. Those trips aren't idiots. We shouldn't stay here for too long.
へいへい相変わらず肉体言語がお好きなようでそんなんじゃレディーにモテないぜ
Alright, you're a better speaker with your fists as usual. That's not going to get you any girls, you know.
安心しろ肉体言語はお前レベルのやつ限定だ
I only use fists to speak with people at your level.
ああそんじゃ心配しなくてもいいか俺レベルはなかなかいないもんな
Ah, good. I guess then I don't need to worry since there's nobody else at my level.
ああお前レベルはなかなかいねえよ
Yes, you're on a level all your own.
Impy is cheerful while Lupin sounds annoyed.
It's almost as if they're having different conversations.
じゃエンジンかけるぜ
I'm turning the engine on. The machine roars to life and spews another cloud around us.
うわもしかしてまた蒸気漏れ期限直してエンジンちゃん
Whoa. Is she leaking steam again? Come on, darling, you can do it. What can I say? There are lots of strange people in the world that I'm just now being introduced to. After this rough start, the automobile runs smoothly for a while as we ride. As we go along, Lupin explains to Impy our situation and what had happened to us.
なるほどね つまりはルパンお前が彼女のヒーローみたいな立ち位置になっちゃったわけね
So if I'm hearing this right, Lupin, then you've set yourself up as the hero to this poor soul.
いいな羨ましいその役俺と変われよ
I'm so jealous. Trade with me, man.
おい感想それかよもっと他に驚くとこあっただろうがよ
Is that all you heard from this? There was a lot more that you should have been surprised by. The conversations between Lupin and Loopy. The conversations between Lupin and Impy always seemed to go this way. I could tell that they got along quite well. From time to time the car screeches and releases a cloud of steam. It seems that this machine runs on steam power, much like everything else. The book in the mansion describes steam engines, and the diagrams of them always included a way to vent waste steam. But this automobile doesn't have one. As Impy explained, the Neo steam engine invented by my father allows that energy to be stored without releasing it. That meant that engines could keep steam without the tedious task of constantly stoking a fire and burning coals. Huh. That's as much as I understood from Impy's description. It all seems frightfully complicated. Still, Impy's endless chatter and Lupin's arguing served to lift my spirits. We pass through fields, towns, and forests as the automobile runs on and on. Although it lets out some steam from time to time, it never breaks down again. According to Lupin, it's something of a miracle that it runs so smoothly. Impy's talk continues like a river, keeping up a stream of conversation. Lupin chimes in occasionally, but I catch him nodding off once or twice. We drove for a long time, but I was never bored during the trip. The sun is now high in the sky. We finish lunch and ride for a few more hours. Lupin, who had been staring into the distance from the passenger seat, suddenly stretches. It's coming up. What is? Once we climb this hill, you'll get your first glimpse of steel London. A short while later, just as Lupin said, London appears in all its glory. The city that sprawls ahead of us is nothing short of a metropolis. It's far larger than any city that the books I read spoke of, larger than I could have imagined. It's amazing. Any words used to describe it fall short. A city of steel, protected not only by a great wall, but by a ring of turrets. That's London. Isn't it fantastic, Miss Bo? Even greater surprises await you inside. It has a fully functioning sewer system, and thanks to the gas lamps everywhere, it's bright as noon even in the darkest night. The high-class districts have airship mooring posts everywhere, sticking up from the rooftops like trees in a forest. Oh my gosh, I don't need don't need airships described to me, but come on. A rigid airframe held aloft by pouches filled with a lighter-than-air gas. Airships in this setting are powered by the Neo steam engine. This is London? How did such a huge city come to exist? It wasn't this way until quite recently. It's thanks to Her Majesty, Queen Victoria, that the city has grown as it has. Oh, don't get us wrong. It started out pretty big, but in only 5 short years it's become the massive place it is today. The Queen was probably in a rush to showcase Britain's power by transforming her capital into a massive fortified city.
今頃イギリス対ヨーロッパで戦争中だよ。
Britain has many enemies on the continent. Taking such an obvious posture like this has likely prevented war across Europe. I continue to look across the great city as I listen to Impy and Lupin.
見てわかる通り、ロンドンは壁によって2つに分かれてんだ。
As you can see, a wall divides the city into two regions.
外側のごちゃっとした町やら森やら工場やらがアウターロンドンの地域だな。
The mess of towns, forests, and factories outside is known as Outer London. Outer London, the parts of the city surrounding central London. It contains an industrial district and is the most steam-filled area within the city limits.
ロンドンの蒸気エネルギー生成を一手に担う重層街や荒くれ者の多い貧困街、森林部には金持ちたちの別荘もあったりする。
Why is Lupin's name London in this shot? Okay. Midtown is where London steam engines are produced. There are some poorer areas and the rich have vacation homes outside.
で、壁を隔てた都市の中心部がセントラルロンドン。
Beyond the wall, in the center of the city, is central London.
貴族たちの屋敷は大体ここだな。
That's where politicians, the rich, the powerful, and nobles reside. Central London, the central part of the city where Buckingham Palace, the political center, and noblemen's mansions are located, as previously stated.
で、俺たちが住んでるのはグレーターロンドンの森林部。ある貴族の屋敷に間借りしてるような状態だな。
We live in the forest area of Greater London. We're basically borrowing some space from a certain aristocrat.
An aristocrat?
それは後で紹介する。ここでインピーと待ってろ。
I'll introduce you to him later, Beau. For now, please wait here with Impy. Lupin turns his back on us and gathers his hat and cloak to leave.
What's the matter, Lupin?
ああ、ちょっと偵察に行ってくる。
I'm going to scout the area.
偵察？
You're going scouting? Whatever for?
仕方ねえだろ。このまま外壁にいたら検問だ。様子を見てくれ。公にするとも思えねえが、お前を探してるかもしれねえしな。
There are teams of inspectors along the wall. I'm going to check them out. It's possible they're looking for Beau.
You can see the wall from here?
覚えておきな。目が良くなきゃ。
Remember this, Beau? It takes good eyes
目が良くなきゃいい泥棒にはなれない。はい。
To be a good thief, how many times have you trotted that old chestnut out?
気をつけなよ。ルパンは相当な説教好きだから。
Keep an eye on Lupin, Miss Beau. He'll lecture you to death if you let him.
説教はお前がバカばっかするからだろうが。とにかく言ってくれ。
That's because you refuse to stop being stupid. I'll be back in an hour or so. Just stay alert and be careful.
Gotcha! See you later.
Lupin waves to us and leaves, me alone with the creeper. Alone at last, Miss Beau. Ah, I nod, watching Lupin's receding back getting smaller in the distance by last chance. For some reason, I suddenly feel very lonely and alone with a creeper.
どうだい？俺とロンドン万博で展示されたシールドスクリュープロペラ用蒸気機関について語り合わないか？
Why don't we discuss something interesting, like the newest model steam engines that were on display at the London World Expo? I'm a shut-in. Please help. It achieves 700 horsepower, using 4 52-inch cylinders. Isn't that incredible? The design is also light and compact. Science is so beautiful, right? Improv. Science is so sexy, right? Impy suddenly reaches out, as if to stroke my cheek with his hand. I flinch back. If you touch my skin, you'll melt.
もっとそうだった。あまりの美しさに忘れてた。いい女にはトゲがあるって本当だ。
His kitty cat fangs are showing. Your kitten fangs are showing, sir. Whoa, that's right. I forgot. It's true what they say. All the greatest roses have the sharpest thorns. Impy, there's something I'd like you to tell me. What kind of person is Lupin?
ルパンのことそんなに気になる？いいなあルパンばっかり。あ、俺の趣味とか聞きたい？
You want to know about Lupin? What about me? Why don't I tell you about my hobbies? I don't understand. Lupin saved me. I don't know why. That's what I'd like to know.
おう、とてもナチュラルに無視するな。いいよ。ナイスクールビューティー。
I'm impressed that you could blow me off so casually. That's great, Bo. I can get into the frigid beauty thing.
なあ、嘘嘘、ちゃんと話すよ。そんな冷たい目で見ないで、俺泣いちゃう。
Hey, I'm kidding. I'll tell you. Those cold eyes of yours will make me cry. Stop looking at me like that.
というか、ルパン、何も話してなかった。
Lupin didn't say anything?
混乱させないようにってことなんだろうけど。
I suppose he didn't want to confuse you by telling you everything all at once.
よし、そんじゃお近づきの印にこの天才技師インピーさんが教えてあげよう。
Alright. As a gift to commemorate our new friendship, allow me to enlighten you.
あいつはね、いわゆる
That man is more or less a hero. Is that so?
そう。あいつは照れて認めないかもだけどさ。
Yeah, he's too embarrassed to admit it himself.
アイザックが作ったイギリスの特務機関、黄昏。まあ、今別の人間が率いてるって話だけど。
Isaac created a special task force known as Twilight. Someone else runs it now, of course.
ほら、君をさらったイギリス軍の連中いるでしょ。あれだって本当は。
You were captured by a British army squad. But it was supposed to have been soldiers from Twilight on that mission.
でもどこかで計画変更になってこの兵の連中が駆り出されたってわけ。まあでも助かったよ。黄昏は軍人の中でもエリート揃いだしね。
But the plans got changed somewhere and those guys came instead. That's good for us because Twilight has the elite forces and we can't handle that.
黄昏から君をかっさらうためにルパンだって危なかった。これは運が良かったというほかないんだ。
If he'd had to rescue you from a Twilight squad, he may have been in some real danger. We got lucky, that's all.
ルパンが言うには黄昏が大規模なテロを計画してるらしい。
According to Lupin, Twilight is planning some kind of massive terrorist attack. My throat is burning. I am sorry, I need to stop soon. But I'm trying to find a natural resting place.
君の胸元にある宝石だっけ？それなんだってさ。
And the first step in executing that plan is getting their hands on that gem in your chest. The horror legume, isn't it? This stone? I raise my hands to my chest protectively.
あくまで聞いた話だけどね。で、その情報を偶然知ったルパンはそれを阻止しようとしてるんだ。
It's all just hearsay, but once Lupin heard about it, he decided to do whatever he can to stop it.
そのために連中の親玉であるアイザックの行方を探したり、君を助けたりして。
That's why he's looking for Isaac, the man behind their whole operation, and why he saved you.
ね
See? Isn't that heroic? Even for a thief. I see. Lupin himself said that he saved me because he was a thief with a heart of justice. Just knowing all this makes me very happy. So Lupin's not a bad man.
おいおい、俺を悪人だと思ってた。
Hey now, did you think I was the devil? I turn, startled to see Lupin behind me.
その様子じゃ全部話しちまったみてえだな。
It sounds like you've told her everything.
そういうわけだ。
Well, that's the long and short of it.
お前をさらう指示を出したのは大方
It was probably someone with power in the government who gave the order to abduct you. Of course, government official or not, I have no intention of giving you up. I'm sorry to involve you in this. Truly, I am. I shake my head at Lupin's words. I can't find the right words to say it, but meeting you, I think it was a good thing. I see. That's good. C'est bien. So I'm sitting right here, minding my own business. Oh, and Lupin? Again, with the ignoring me, I'm sitting here. Cold. I wanted to know about my father, too, and that's going to be a long-winded explanation. There's so much I need to ask. Why I was left alone in that mansion. Why I have no memories. If he can make this poison go away. Why did he make me a monster? I need to ask him face to face. Face to face. Then our goals align. Let's make our partnership official. Lupin holds his hand out his right hand. The second handshake. I shake his hand without hesitation. Partners, right? Put her there, Ms. Bow. Impy firmly grasps my other hand. His smile is the brightest I've ever seen. And there's where we're going to save it, and we're going to come back to it. I'm going. I'm excited for the things which are happening. Very excited indeed. However, it is time. I must go. My people need me. Hell yeah for the steampunk stuff, though. Hell yeah. Down for all that. We're here. I'm down for all of it. But my throat hurts. I'm leaving. Ciao ciao. Au revoir, my lovelies. Au revoir.